Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today with baby me with my husband.
Hi everybody.
Happy Valentine's, Daddy Paul.
Happy Valentine's to you, baby.
And to all people watching, Happy Valentine's.
Yes, we both hope that your Valentine's is filled with chocolates and flowers and lots of loving.
Yes. So today guys, my video is about the question and comment in my YouTube channel.
Okay.
So the first one is, the question is, people comment is said, baby me is party girl Paul.
So that's question mark.
Yes.
She's, is baby May a party girl?
Yes.
That's easy to answer. She is the furthest thing from a party girl that you can find. She's not comfortable in nightclubs.
No.
You don't ever drink.
No, I don't like drink.
She's tried to drink once. She drank half of it and threw up and fell asleep. So there you go.
Yeah.
She doesn't smoke.
No.
She doesn't have tattoos or piercings. She's not comfortable in that environment whatsoever. And, over time, that does become a funky kind of environment. For me, it's fun to go once every blue moon out with the boys and have a beer. But that's a whole different, and I don't mind taking May with me. But I know that it won't be any fun for her because she just wants to get out of there. She doesn't like the environment. She doesn't like the people. And it's just not, she's got better things to do with her time. So I think that about covers it. She's not a party girl.
Yeah, thank you, Daddy Paul, for answer that.
Sure. What's your other
The
question to
second
ask?
question is, Paul, how you met to baby me?
Yeah, this is something we've answered before numerous times, but there has been a lot of new subscribers to your channel
Thank you,
that haven't
Lord.
seen those videos. It's either on my channel or your channel.
Yeah.
And I've told the story once or twice on my channel. But speaking of subscribers, I just want to say that recently Little May here has had a great big uptick in subscribers. And so we just want to thank those that have recently subscribed, as well as those that have been with her since day one. You guys are all very much appreciated.
Yeah.
So how did we meet? Not the usual suspects, not what you normally hear from guys meeting girls. A lot of guys meet girls online. A lot of guys meet girls on dating sites. They meet girls in person.
Yeah.
They do the proverbial, pickup lines or whatever. Sometimes in the bars that you don't like to go to.
I don't like the bar.
And the way we were introduced was I was the third wheel with another couple at dinner. And my friend was with his girlfriend at the time. This is many years ago, huh?
Yeah, so long time.
Long
6
time.
years.
God. Anyway, the girl, of course, wanted to know why I wasn't with anybody. And I said, well, I'm single. I just haven't met anybody that I really like. And she goes, well, I know somebody that is a province girl. And she lives out in Chateau. But sometimes she comes to Dumageddon because she works as a caterer with her sister. And they have a boarding house here. And I said, okay, well, sounds good to me. If she wants to meet me, just give her my Facebook. And I can't remember who did what, if I contacted you or you contacted me.
You add me in the Facebook.
I added you in Facebook.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how that worked.
Yeah.
And then we chatted a couple of times. And I think about a week or so went by, at least, before we actually met. And from what I remember, you took the bus from Chateau.
Yeah.
Come out to meet me.
Yes.
And I picked you up at the bus station.
Yes.
And you hopped on my little scooter.
Yes.
And I think we went to Sands Revolve.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, that is my first time for eat in the restaurant.
That's the first time she'd
Yeah.
ever been in that kind of a restaurant before. And so that must have been kind of overwhelming for her, now that I think about it. And that's how we met. And I forget how I forget how the day ended. I know we didn't do anything beyond that. We just sort of hung out. And then you went back home, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
And then we corresponded and we dated for a little while. And I think it was a couple of months that we started to see each other more often.
Yeah.
It was really a slow motion relationship. We did not, we didn't chat every day. We didn't do any of that kind of stuff. But one thing I did was impress me about May was I learned from talking to other women to always look at their Facebook and see what kind of pictures they're posting and what kind of events they're doing and what they're up to. And hers was so benign. And it was just like cute pictures that she would have if she had a hat or something. Like I could tell she was into fashion. She seemed to like fashion. But there was never anything with a guy. There was never anything with in a fancy place. Everything was very, very simple.
Yeah.
It was very reflective of who she was. She didn't have a zillion friends. I think she had like 8 or 9 friends, all females. So there wasn't like, 200 guys as her friends. It was just me and some other girls. And that was that. And so that's how we met. And then I think it was 6 months that we were hanging out together.
Yeah.
And we started to spend more and more time together.
Yeah.
And then we cohabitated. And we actually had a fight and broke up. And she went home for a month. Right? Yeah. Didn't like to admit that. But we weren't seeing eye to eye. And I said, well, this ain't happening. And then she came back a changed woman.
Observe first
month
the
away.
attitude, right?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I was always very honest with you.
Yes.
And I said, hey, this just isn't cutting it.
Yes.
I don't like this, I don't like that, and I
Yes.
don't like this.
Yeah.
Nothing, no harm against you.
Yes.
It's just not my thing.
Yes.
And you split, you left for a month. I don't know what you did or who you talked to, but you came back and your attitude had adjusted and changed and kind of modernized a little bit. I don't know. I think you did maybe consultations with your sisters or something, because you did not have a lot of experience with guys.
No.
You didn't have a high body count, we'll say, or any body count, as far as I know. So she did not have a lot of dating experience. She was very naive and innocent.
My friend, that is like only Ella.
Yeah.
My best friend.
Yeah.
I don't have another friend.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't.
Yes.
And to this day, she doesn't have a lot of friends. She only keeps her family close.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
All right, so what else? Let's see,
that-
we got that. So that's how we met.
Yeah.
That's about, are you a party girl? The answer is no. Do you get any other comments or
Yes.
questions?
And then the third question is, before you meet to fall, what is your income?
Okay, well,
He asked me.
I know the answer to
in
that.
comment.
Her income, want me to answer or you want to answer?
You can answer, please.
Okay. She always likes it when I do the talking. I think she was making 300 pesos a day, working as a caterer.
Yes.
Working part-time. And that was when work was available. And so what's 300 pesos back then was 100 pesos was $1, I think. So $3 a day. Am I right on that? Sometimes my math, maybe it's $6 a day. Yeah, $6 a day. And that's when she could work. And that was to pay for her rent, her food, all that kind of stuff. And when I first met May, when we went out, I got a good story for you. When we first went out, we went to a place after we moved in together.
Yeah.
Okay. And so you started cooking for me.
Yes.
But you didn't have the faintest idea how to cook American food. She made me pancakes one time and decorated it with mustard. So I go, why did you put mustard on pancakes? She goes, well, it was really pretty. Look at yellow. I said, have you tasted mustard? So we got off to a full false start right there. But the cutest story that I've told before, and it's worth repeating, I suppose, is she was the antithesis of other women, because other women that I would go out with, boy, they wanted to order the most expensive thing on their menu. They wanted to have a mango shake with everything and dessert. In other words, they had no problem, spending my money if we went out to eat or go do anything. And her mentality was a 180 of that. She couldn't understand paying, I guess at the time it was maybe 300 pesos, which was a day's salary to you,
Yeah.
for my breakfast, okay? Which would have been bacon, eggs, toast, coffee. And, your typical American breakfast, hash browns maybe. And then she would order either nothing or just some rice. And really she'd look at the menu, and I don't think you could bring yourself to pay, even though I was paying for it.
Yeah.
Even for a simple fish and rice and
Yeah.
everything. If it was 150 pesos, she just couldn't. It was really bothered her to order it. Anyway, so we go, and she goes, why are you paying so much for that breakfast? It's 300 pesos. That's a lot of money. And I go, because it is what it is. I want it. I can afford it. I'm hungry. And this is what I'm going to eat. And she said, okay, no problem. So remember that. Bacon, eggs, toast, maybe some potatoes, 300 pesos. So about 2 or 3 days went by. And it was really funny because I was sitting on the couch and she says, I'm going to make you breakfast. I said, okay. And what do you guess she made? She made bacon. She made eggs. She made toast. She made potatoes, and there was a cup of coffee. It was identical to what I had for breakfast 3 days ago. And she set the plate down on the table, and she just looked at me and she said, 89 pesos, and walked away. I just get a kick out of that because it was so subtle. It wasn't in your face. It was just here. And it was kind of you see my value? This is what I bring to the party, Paul. I can save you money. And you know what? She's been like that since day one. There's a million stories about her negotiating prices. When we go out to go shopping, she always tells me to go hide, and she'll buy the fruit or the peanuts or whatever. You got into a fight with the peanut lady one time at the supermarket about one peanut. And it was a whole new side of you I'd never seen. It was like this animal came out because the woman wouldn't give you a discount.
Yeah.
And you weren't leaving till you got the discount. And so what May did, since the woman wouldn't give her a discount, May had the little scooper thing, right? And she's looking at this woman, and the woman's looking at her because they wanted 100 pesos for that bag. And May took the scooper and put one more extra peanut in the bag, and then threw it. She just had to win. And the lady got all mad, and May was all mad, and she took it, she gave her the money, and away she went. I never forgot that story either.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I forgot what the question was, but I got off on one of my tangents.
Yeah, and then the last question is, Baby me, why you call to Paul is daddy, Daddy Paul, and Paul he call Baby me?
It's simple. They're terms of endearment. In fact, that whole daddy thing, you're going to be a daddy, baby, that's kind of creepy, And I get it, where some people will interpret it as that. But I don't know where the word daddy came from, to be honest with you. And I know you wanted to have, in terms of endearment names, you didn't like me to call it, she didn't like me to call her May. And so I go, what do you want me to call you? She goes, well, call me baby. I said, okay.
Yeah.
And she goes, what do you want me to call you? And I was joking around, and I said, Daddy. And she goes, okay. Remember I just said it's creepy? What the hell? And that's kind of how that was born, to my memory. Do you see it the same way?
Yeah.
Or is it different?
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, it's very sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's all that matters.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what other people think.
Yeah,
me.
because
The older we get, the older we know, the more we know. Don't worry what other people think, please. You know what shocked me today was this whole thing about comments.
Yeah.
And I deleted this guy, I unfriended this guy, and then I blocked this guy. And I don't know this guy from Adam, but he was a friend of mine on Facebook. And I posted a picture today
Okay.
of Valentine's
Yeah.
and pair of flowers
Okay.
and you holding the flowers.
Okay. Yeah.
And he made this real nasty remark about how skinny you were. And now I forgot the words that he used. And I thought, well, that's not a nice thing to say about someone's wife. You know, I mean, whether you think it or not, that's outright rude. I mean, something like she looks emaciated or starved or something like that because she's so thin. And she had a pair of short shorts on, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that was that. And I went to his page before I deleted him and blocked him and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't like to block people. I don't like to delete people. I don't like to unfriend people. I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But when it comes to disrespecting my wife or another female, you can disrespect me all you want. I'm a big boy, but I don't like that. And I looked at his wife, and I don't want to be fat shaming here because that would just be the opposite of what he did. But I got news for you. His wife was no prize. Okay. She kind of reminded me of, remember Janet Reno? Okay. She was like the Janet Reno's sister. And I thought, I think this dude just jealous.
Yeah.
Because she's so thin and his wife is, well, we'll just say portly. And there's nothing wrong with being a portly person. You know, I've gained 10 pounds in the last 3 or 4 months with all the stress of all the nonsense going on. But I've got my little diet plan back in action, so hopefully we'll get that out. But that's one of the things. It was on Facebook, of all places. It wasn't a YouTube video. It wasn't talking about a controversial subject. It was just wishing my wife a happy Valentine's
Yeah.
with her posing with her pictures.
Yeah.
And this asshole makes this comment. And I thought, you know what? That's just so unnecessary. And so I got rid of him. But that's that. That's me complaining. What else? Anything else?
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah, for
Okay.
answer in the comment
Okay,
in
so that's how we
YouTube.
met. That's why you call me daddy and why I call you baby.
Yeah.
And
He
what else did we talk
asking
about?
what's my income before?
Oh, your income before?
Yeah.
300 pesos. Wouldn't she work?
Yes.
And she made it stretch and she made it work. And she's hung on to those principles all the time. My income, not my income, but my budget, just for the record's sake, real quick, it's changed, and we need to do a budget video one of these days because it's been months. But I was living on $1,500 a month as a single guy. I lived with her up until recently, when other things changed, not her or me, on $1,500. So the balance was there, even though she's an extra mouth to feed. And she has needs such as, you know, toiletries and makeup and, you know, stuff that I pay for. To balance that, I just told you the breakfast story, you know.
Yeah.
So there's the balance. Whatever I spend on her has basically been saved by her. She's been saving me from myself financially ever since we met.
Yeah.
And so that's the dynamic there. Well, kids, thanks for watching. Have a great Valentine's Day. I know Baby May and I are going to just lay around the house today. We did go out and have dinner with some friends up at their house. That was very sweet.
Yes.
We're going to miss them. They're going back on Sunday, but they've been in town for a little while. And I did a video with her about an unrelated topic.
Yes.
And that'll be coming out tomorrow.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's it, kids.
That's it.
What do you got, babe? Anything?
That is, guys, for answer the question in YouTube comments. So thank you so much, Paul, for always guest to my YouTube channel. And guys, thank you so much for always watching my YouTube channel. And see you next video. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.